Okay, phone was laggy. That's where I have. Okay, thanks. The kids are yelling. I'll just get my notes again real quick, just so I've got everything ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happened was you guys went up to the forest, and that's where Dolkin started having his technical issues and faded out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
And then Estelar went up to a tree,
Mhm.
asked it questions, asked it if the world tree is here. The tree didn't know what the world tree was, but he said that a name was whispering through the woods, which was Loth Ostaren, which Astar realized was Druidic, and in Druidic to common was the name translated to Blossom of Scattered Memories, and yeah, that's kind of where it ended.
Well, then Dulcan came back, but he was deaf.
Yeah,
Yeah, his ears didn't work anymore.
so we'll just continue there. So, so Aslar, you just finished having your conversation with the tree,
Mhm.
getting all that information. Everyone else is behind you waiting.
Um,
If you need me to, if you have any questions to ask to remember correctly, I will answer them.
I believe the tree said that there was a name on the wind, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that just means go further in Dingus.
Probably.
Probably.
In not so many words.
You guys are at the edge of the forest.
Yeah. Uh,
May-
in which case,
Maybe we got the wrong forest, though. Did you ask him?
yeah, maybe we're at the wrong forest though. I will turn back to my party. And I will say, as I think of what to say,
I will turn back to my party and
Yeah,
say,
I will
We're at
turn
the
back-
wrong-
"Da-da-da-da-da-da."
And say we're at the wrong forest. I mean, fuck. Never mind.
turn back to my party.
sorry guys, wrong forest.
I don't want to be here.
Were you just speaking in Druidic?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
How else I'm going to talk to the thief?
fair points.
But from what this lovely tree here has just told me, there seems to be what it says, a name on the wind.
What does that mean?
That's a good question, Durkin. It likely means
Mm-hmm.
that the world tree may just be further in.
Well, we are kind of on the edge of the forest.
We are kind of on the edge of the forest. If you guys remembered what Papa said, he did also say we would know if we were close if we had pixies.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
I haven't heard Pixie so far, so I guess we're not in the right spot yet.
A little exploring through the forest, I suppose.
Never hurt nobody.
Dulcan's down. He's down to explore the cool forest. Get kidnapped by a big tree.
Can't wait.
Now, is there like an obvious walk here path? Is there like a sign that says "Walk here, dummy"?
Yeah, world tree, 500 meters.
Yeah, exactly. Where's
100
the?
meters this way. I mean, I'm just gonna start walking in.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yeah.
We're just
Follow
gonna
the
go
druid.
for it.
Estelar is feeling confident.
Hey,
All right,
follow the
Dulcan.
druid.
Yeah, Dulcan will walk behind Estelar.
And
And
Hank will walk behind Dolkin.
and this is when like we all walk past the sign and none of us turn around, but the back of the sign says it's like a spooky face and it says "Don't enter here."
Ooh. And this is where the
Alright,
horror
well.
movie starts.
Well, and
then
Marin will walk besides all of you guys
And-
as you all walk through.
Vishana will be floating above everyone because she's special.
You'll not be floating up. You'll not be floating up very high, as there
No,
is a large density of forest in here.
Yeah, no, literally just above everyone. Like, inches above people.
Your feet are like brushing the tops of our heads.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as
Alright.
Hank can't get close to them, I think we'll be fine.
All right. Well, as you guys enter the forest, you guys walk for a good little bit. The trees around you, everything seems rather normal, and you guys are actually in here, though the ground around you is still very wet from the rain. The dense population of trees and shrubbery around you does provide a good canopy and umbrella that stops the storm around you guys. Uh, Even Vishana, you can feel that the wind and rain that would be pouring down and smacking against the wall that you can create has nearly ceased by this point as you guys move your way in. And let's see. I want one among you to give me 2d4 rolls.
All right, can I
Wait.
do one of them?
You may, if you guys want to split it up.
Well,
And I'll do-
more luck
I'll-
this way.
I'll
I
do
can
the
do-
other D4.
Yeah, I just need 2d4s rolled.
All right, here's the second 3. God damn it. Well, it's fine. It goes up
Almost.
exactly to 4. This is what I wanted.
That's okay. We're at 4.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna write some things down. Also mute my mic because everyone's loud.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, I think I fucked up on that one crystal.
Yeah, you really did fuck us up.
Yeah. You screwed us all.
Yeah, well, guess what? You wouldn't have been any better if you just rolled the 2 by yourself.
True. Fair enough. You know what? No, I'm not gonna take that sitting down. Fuck you.
Wow.
Whoa!
I'm gonna stand up and take it. That's exactly how that went down. I'm not gonna sit down and take that.
I'm gonna stand up
and take
and take it. Shit.
I need to be on 2 feet instead of no feet.
That's really good. What are the chances of that? Oh, right, 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50. Either you did or you didn't.
Yeah.
That's probably my new favorite thing that I can't get out of my head.
By the way,
Really
Brandon.
fucking up
50-50.
statistics.
By the way, Brennan,
Mhm.
I know you fucking love old shit sci-fi, which is why I know how much
does
you
that
love
mean?
Alien. So how about you
Chase,
get
I've
into
only
the alpha?
seen-
How about you get into the alpha playtest of Starship Troopers Extermination that lasts for 2 weeks?
Because I don't like because I don't like StarCraft. So I'm not going to play the Starship Troopers game because I don't care for StarCraft.
StarCraft has nothing to do with
This
this,
game is
though.
literally StarCraft.
It's
but
literally not.
It literally is, but with Starship Troopers, isn't it? This
It's
game.
a fucking no. That's the Terran Command. This is an
Oh.
FPS one.
Oh.
This is an actual new one that's coming out.
Oh
like,
wait, I'd actually be
next
interested
year.
in this.
Yeah, and the first 5,000 people get a key to the game. So get up in there because I already got mine.
I can launch Steam.
Here's the link. Here's the actual link for it.
Like I'm just not. Oh
No, but like
yeah, I've literally on it. Wait, do I just hit add to your wish list? Hold on, wait, what?
no. Just
Alright.
grab that.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
click that link that I sent you, the one that's like after the Steam one, and then that's how you get your key. You just give your like first name, last name, and email, and there you go. And I got it.
All right. So, as you guys walk through this forest, the sounds of the wilderness, as you go deeper in, can be heard. You hear the chirping of insects late at night, with frogs croaking, and you can even hear the rustling of animals as you guys start moving through. But along the way into the forests, the trees start to die down a little. and you guys find yourself more on a rocky terrain. As you guys look left and then look right, it seems that the forest suddenly just cuts off immediately from trees to just cliff sides.
Mm.
And you guys look ahead of you, and you see just a rocky cliff about 100 feet in front of you that just drops dead into nowhere.
And
Do we
is it
hear any?
nowhere?
Do we hear any pixies?
No.
Mm. Dokin's gonna put on his little
Well,
his little
Well,
speedo.
I shouldn't say the cliff drops dead into nowhere, but we guys are now. You just see basically the end of where you guys are trying to walk to.
Yeah, and
With nothing past ahead other than a cliff.
Dokin's gonna put on his speedo and like his little swimming goggles, and he's gonna get ready to cannonball.
Wait, Doki. Hold on.
Dokin turns around with his goggles over his eyes. Yo, what's up?
Let's think about this before we start jumping into pits that we can't see the bottom of.
What? Where? How else should we? Where else do you plan to go? I don't think we can walk around this.
Yeah, that's where I come in, and then Hank dives in.
And then Hank dives in.
Do you guys
And then
walk up to the edge of the cliff?
Vashana
I mean-
will cautiously float her way towards the edge of the cliff.
Hank,
Yeah.
I
I would
would
rather
imagine,
Vashana go over there because she can fly.
Mm.
and I would imagine Hank would at least be curious enough to look over the edge.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd
Dokin.
get close.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a ravine or a cliff,
All right.
so
Well,
We
as
all
you
know Hank
guys
loves cliffs.
go over and peek over the edge of the cliff, something you're not really expecting meets your eyes. As you look over the edge, you see jutting out sideways from the cliffside is grass and trees that seem to be growing on the cliff face itself.
okay.
Vashana very hesitantly lands and then very cautiously tries to put her foot on the cliff where the grass is growing.
All right, roll me a dexterity saving throw as you do
Dex
so.
saving throw. Okay. 1 dex saving throw. Coming up.
Oh,
Natural 20.
What a
That's a
fucking
natural
game.
20.
Natural 20.
Huge.
Vashana, though you're not aware of what's about to happen, you feel as you go to try and take a step over the ravine, your entire world shifts immediately as the perspective you once had of looking at the cliff face. In the blink of an eye, you are now instead the cliff face is the ground itself, and you are hovering over the rocky terrain under you, with everyone below you standing sideways, and you immediately fall, but luckily catch onto the side of the cliff and are able to pull yourself up. And all of you guys see this too, as Vashana just suddenly lurches and falls towards you guys, and immediately catches herself and pulls herself over the edge.
Okay, gravity's fucking weird here.
do you guys have anything about this when meeting the world tree?
I heard nothing about this.
Mm. Vashana, you don't feel like your like brains in your feet, right?
No, I'm on my feet. It's my entire world just shifted.
Are
So-
you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. This is gonna sound really weird though.
Yeah.
Jump.
No.
You haven't been drunk flying, have you?
No, I haven't had a drink in a few days.
Marin hears that and looks at you and just sort of nods. It's like, seems we're in the Feywild then. As she goes ahead and does a jump as well, and since she's prepared for it, seeing you do it, she will make a dexterity saving throw as well. I need to pull up her character sheet, though. That would be the first step to do.
That would be a very important step.
Tends to help.
26.
And very easily, following your step, the same thing sort of happens to her, but less obvious, as she jumps over the edge and just ducks behind the cliffside and stands on the grassy area and just looks up.
Then, Durkin, Hank,
What?
shall we?
Well, should we, Hank? Do you want to actually jump? See what happens. What if you just fall, just forever?
What?
That means they didn't.
No, what if I just put my leg over the edge and just slowly try to get on this plane y'all are talking about.
Says the most the rogue, the most dexterous one, not the Minotaur, the least dexterous one.
Hank,
Fine, he's
I'm
gonna do it and do a
surprised.
he's gonna do a fucking backflip then. If you want to,
I was like, Hank is usually
He's
the one who likes to make a spectacle.
Yeah,
of
I was just
things,
like,
so-
here Hank is being like a little pussyfooting around, like, oh, I don't know, even though I literally do backflips off of buildings. Ooh, I'm so scared.
yeah, I don't look. I do backflips off of buildings, not off of cliffs.
True.
There's a difference.
True.
Guess you're just not based.
All right,
You're just cringe.
it's a deck save.
Are you doing a backflip?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a regular.
Everybody
dex
wants to
save then.
fucking. What was that?
Roll me a regular dex save then, no advantage.
A regular deck save. Okay. Right here. Flat.
16. All right. So, Hank, as you do a backflip to impress everyone, as you do a backflip and try to go over to the other side, it's the most jarring feeling as you are feeling you're going to just start falling the way that the cliffside is with all the trees. Your worldview immediately just shifts, and you are in the air over the edge where the rocks are, about to just fall straight down, and you manage to pull yourself out of the flip and just grab onto the cliff face and just throw yourself over.
Dolkin will give it a little clap.
Yeah, Estelar will give a clap as
Yeah,
well.
like
The
that
backflip is not completed. But
Am I? Yeah.
an
all
attempt
right.
was
okay.
Yeah,
made.
but it was the attempt,
Yeah.
which
It
we
was.
care about.
Yeah. I guarantee nobody else would have attempted it.
I'm not going to.
I'm not
attempt
gonna
that. I'm gonna
attempt
jump
it.
normally.
Goddamn right.
God no.
Estelar is not one for the stylish side.
All right, you can do dex save with advantage.
Dolkin will just very cautiously I don't think I'm an advantage.
Well, that was a check, not a save.
Oh, dex
This
save.
is a perspective shift. So my brain is trying to process how it's oriented.
Yeah. Same thing for both Estelar and Dolkin as you guys throw yourself over the edge. That just perspective of 1 minute you're looking down at just at grass and trees growing out the side of a cliff, before in a blink it's just the rocks and you are falling towards flat ground that is what you were looking at before, and managed to grab onto the side and throw yourself over.
Yeah, Dolkin's he's gonna be a little wobbly. This isn't very good for his very ineffective feet. He's gonna oh jeez. Oh jeez.
It's a little weird.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, how do you think I feel?
And as you guys are talking, Marin just looks to all of you, doesn't say anything, but she points up.
Okay, Dolkin will look up.
Yeah, I'll look up.
Yeah.
And as will I.
As you guys look up, you guys see a red sky you guys see a red sky above you, sort of with a pinkish tone to it.
If that doesn't scream
Hmm.
Feywild, I don't know what does.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's supposed to look like that.
And as you guys look around more, the area seems to... The space around you guys seems to change and shift with all of you standing here, and take a moment to get used to your new perspective. The grass and trees go from their what would be natural colors to different tones. You guys see large blue-barked trees with blood red leaves hanging off their branches, and purple grass below you.
Hmm. You know, I'm gonna say it. This is very pretty.
A nice change from what we've been traveling through for
Uh,
the last few
Yeah,
days.
it's not raining here. It's not like moody. I don't see any horrible zombies trying to eat me.
Yeah, this looks a lot like what we saw in our dream. So, at least this seems like a sign that we're getting closer.
Looks a lot like the backgrounds of me lo-fi.
My lo-fi hip-hop.
Me lo-fi hip-hop mixes.
Lo-fi tavern mixes to listen
Yeah.
to while raiding.
Yeah.
Well, is there an obvious direction to go, Isaiah, or
No.
is it just kind of just wander somewhere, and eventually we'll be
No.
teleported to where we need to be?
You
don't
know, is there a tree nearby?
Yeah, many.
All right, it's time to talk to a Feywild tree. We're casting Speak with Plants again.
Oh, we speak in Feywild.
Speaking to
All right.
Feywild trees now.
All right,
We're
so
get-
then.
I'll go up
Then,
to the closest tree.
All right. Do you speak Sylvan?
Fuck, no, I don't.
All right, then as you cast Speak with Plants and try to talk with the tree, you just hear a voice of a tree just... Lis van Dorsten Varasendor.
And in Druidic, Estelar is like,
Speak English.
and you say that in Druidic.
Lis fossen Kristin Sujar.
Gesundheit. And then Estelar will turn back to her party.
Do you have-
These ones don't seem to speak normally.
Human.
Hmm.
Human.
Did you
They
try-
They probably speak Sylvan, the language of the fairies.
Hmm. Did you try threatening it?
No.
Hmm.
I did ask it to stop speaking moon speak, but it didn't listen. Or maybe it didn't understand me.
Hmm.
So we'll have to just try it on our own.
Hmm. Marin? I mean, would you have any guesses as to where you should go?
Madden is muted right now.
We pick up Marin, we throw her back over the cliff. We don't need her help.
I mean, I don't. We could just pick a direction and go.
Honestly.
Just listen for fairies, pixies.
I'm down for that.
Plants.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm a ranger. Yeah, so,
Yeah, what can you do here in the Feywild?
Literally nothing. My ability where I can't get lost in the woods doesn't even fucking work here.
It doesn't?
No.
These are fairy woods. It doesn't count?
No, it's the Feywild. You can easily get lost in the Feywild.
Yeah.
Oh
so
shit.
Being a ranger is meaningless in the Feywild. It's fun because
that's fun.
it's fun because being a ranger is like meaningless everywhere. So
What about if you're a Fey Wanderer Ranger?
well,
That's
here's the thing
like-
about
That's Fey Wanderer.
Yeah,
You're wandering.
that's where you
don't know where
wander.
you're going.
the
Oh.
Feywilds. You still don't
Yeah,
know where you
yeah.
are.
And the thing with Fey Wanderer Rangers is, like, they intentionally don't know where the fuck they're going. Like, that's their entire shtick.
Yeah, so
Their entire shtick is
Cupid was a lost soul who just needed to be found.
was he ever?
No.
That's really sad.
Yeah, I could write in something.
It's really funny that in like the 2 campaigns you've like started past Keats, they've both just been about like some dude who just like wants to find love or make people fall in love with Cupid, and then now with Crumb.
Okay.
Did Cupid want to make people fall in love?
No.
Oh, with him.
Yeah, with him.
With him.
yeah. He did.
Yeah.
He was indeed a hopeless romantic.
And then Crumb is the opposite.
Crumb is trying to get people to love each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Crumb is really trying to force his ship of Air and Lucian. He's got the little 2 action figures. He's like, no.
He's like, and now the couple make his.
And now I pronounce you man and wife, and here's all your babies.
Oh Crumb, you performed ceremony so well. I'm totally not shitting on you for not having a single yelling
Okay, I'm back.
This sounds like some stupid shit that I don't want to know what the fuck is happening.
It's,
You've never met Crumb, so.
Crumb is a cleric with 0 healing spells and 0 support
Okay.
spells.
So the
What do you
entire
Yes,
weeks that transpire, no one ever bothers to do anything downstairs, but whenever I'm playing fucking D&D, apparently everyone needs to be downstairs, everyone needs to be decorating, everyone needs to be cooking, and they need to turn on fucking weak fucking shitty retarded football and annoy the fuck out of me.
Understandable.
Crumb has the best support spell of all. Ceremony.
It takes like 20 minutes.
Okay.
But you find your other half. What is a better support than that?
For like a minute.
He's got his support in his own way.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally takes an hour to cast ceremony.
But it's a great support spell.
A one-time support spell.
But a great one.
But a great one at that. He just hands
Alright.
he hands you like a locket with your picture in it, and then he hands the other person a locket with the other person's picture in it. And boom,
And
there you go. That's how you do the ceremony.
You got it.
Alright. So,
what were you guys talking about when I had to move?
We just said we're gonna start walking. We're gonna pick a direction and go because the trees
Yeah.
did not help us. Unless Marin had an idea.
Yeah. Marin looks to you guys and she just sort of shrugs.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no point in trying to understand the Feywilds unless you have markings or runes to where you want to go. Well, then you're not, unless you have those, you're not going to get there.
It's not like the Feywilds ever tried to understand you for once.
shut the
She-
fuck up.
She just blinks at you.
Vishana just looks.
I was
exactly
mainly
like-
directing that towards Estelar, but that's fine. She, Mary can look at me too.
She will choose to ignore it.
All right. So you guys pick a direction and start walking. As you guys start walking, you do find that the air is very nice, crisp, and humid here. It's very surprisingly cool weather moving through, and the blue trees and red leaves are definitely a odd contrast to one another.
Wait,
Especially
blue
more
leaves,
so.
Blue leaves and what? color trees?
Blue trees and red
Blue trees
leaves.
and red leaves. Okay.
And you guys are walking right now on purple grass.
Okay.
It's very odd, especially as you guys move in farther. You do see hints of other colored trees mixed in as well. You see some with very bright yellow bark as well, and green leaves as well, but not the kind that would be normal, as they're more neon in color instead. And even passing some, you do notice that a lot of these trees do bear fruit, though what it is, you've never seen anything like them before.
Tolkien pipes up that a lot of these trees remind him of the classic gnomish, cave raves that we would always have.
Sure.
Yeah, very classic. The gnomes are known for raving in their caves.
And the dwarves are known for partying in their brothels.
Yeah, not
Well, that
getting
one's
drunk.
actually true.
Yeah.
Well, Tolkien, I mean, he doesn't really care. He would love to pick that fruit.
Keen, I don't think that I would want to do that.
Well, I'm not gonna eat it. I just want to pick it.
I'd recommend not doing that if I were you.
Is the fruit alive?
No.
Possibly.
All fruit is alive, isn't it? Yeah,
The
or
mag-
I maybe
the mag-
Wise words, Hank.
let me say in it.
In it.
In it. All fruit's alive, isn't it?
The magics within the Feywilds are very chaotic and uncontrollable. You could easily pick a fruit and have nothing happen, or pick a fruit and you could spawn an aberration in front of you. It just depends on what you're picking exactly. What are you trying to pick?
Tolkien will just look up at one of the trees. He'll look. You know what? He'll look for the most docile, submissible looking fruit.
The most submissive and
The
breedable
most submissive fruit.
Yes, some real beta energy fruit up there.
You pick the one that looks the most submissive, and it actually is the worst fruit that you could do because it tries to fool people into eating it.
Oh,
It's like reverse mimicry.
I'm so helpless and breedable.
Don't pick me. Ooh.
Don't cross-pollute me!
Don't cross-pollinate me.
Marin looks up to the trees where you're pointing to, and she actually tilts her head to the side. Huh. Interesting.
Interesting. Good
This
or
part.
bad?
Interesting good. It's hard to explain, but with my time here, you can pick out and see when something would be dangerous, but magic here seems to be pretty... I guess a good word would be docile. Picking these shouldn't have any adverse effects, or at least any dangerous ones.
Well, I mean, if no one else feels safe, at least giving it a try, you can always stand back. And if I explode, like, that'll suck. But at least it won't suck for everyone.
Feel free to. I think we should be safe with this.
Okay. Well, if Marin says so.
Though whatever it tastes like, that much is up in the air.
I mean, we certainly have more than enough food to last us.
But if she's telling me that these things aren't going to kill me, Dolkin's gonna eat one. He's gonna try it. So, Dolkin, I would like to have him pick some fruits.
All right. Yeah, you pick a couple fruits, and there's an abundance, and even on some trees, just different odd fruits grow out of them. You see one with just a bunch of horns just coming out of its body, almost like a durian.
Ooh.
But has a very gray color to it. One that you would think would be like a banana, but where one end is just singular, the other side splits into just two shafts. and has a more bluish purple color to it. And then you just find one that just looks like an apple.
Oh. Donkey knows this one. This is the most submissive fruit that we have in our world. Yeah, Dokin's just gonna pick a bunch of them and just like take them all back. He's gonna give them all a very thorough sniffing just to make sure they don't like smell off. But he is just gonna like grab one at random. Not the apple. He's not gonna grab the apple. He's gonna grab like the two schlong, the banana, and then he's gonna crack that open.
You're gonna have a double wiener banana.
Yep.
Double
Whoa.
trouble, but double.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
like Corruption of Champions where you eat like this. Where you eat the...
Yeah,
I start
Dolkin.
mutating.
Yeah, Dolkin. The
Mhm.
moment you try to crack it open, there's actually some resistance as you try to open up the banana.
Mm.
Whereas it feels soft on the outside, there's a hard exterior underneath, but you do manage to crack it open.
Yeah.
And instead of being like the meat of the fruit, it just is liquid inside.
Yeah, Dolkin, he did crack it open like it sideways in half.
Yeah, but you do see that a bit of liquid just sloshes out of where you break it.
I wasn't expecting this to be a drink. Dolkin will he'll take off like the second part and hand it to whoever else wants to try with him.
It's not supposed to be it's not supposed to be a drink. It was a fruit and you broke it. Alright.
Well,
Juiced it.
But-
Dolkin.
I didn't.
Wait.
Look, I'm sorry.
But I
Is
guess
that
I could try a little bit.
Is that a coconut banana?
What's a coconut?
What's a coconut?
It's a banana nut.
It,
Is that what they make banana? Whatever.
never mind.
All right. Yeah, Dolkin Dolkin do the thing where he goes up to he hands the other one to Hank and he'll give him like a little cheers, and then he'll do the thing where he like wraps Hank's arm like around the center of his arm like bro style, and then we both start shooting it back.
Okay. Yeah, you guys throw back the liquid and it tastes like syrup. Oddly enough, it's got a watery texture to it, but it tastes just like syrup.
What color is this, by the way?
It's like a clear bluish color.
Okay.
Yeah, Dolkin will go.
As will Hank. You know, like it wasn't even like a Dolkin did this surprisingly. Like he caught Hank off guard with the arm thing. Hank already knew the arm thing,
Well, of
and
course.
he was like, "Yeah,
Trying a new drink.
And both of you go ahead and roll me a d100 real quick.
Of course.
Fuck
You guys are gonna mutate.
Oh my god.
19 for Hank.
Hey,
And
Brandon.
this is where I get the opposite side of the scale. Nope.
Whoa.
Okay, that'd be really good if we were
Holy
playing
shit.
Cthulhu.
If I was playing
right now.
Cthulhu, that would pass me any skill check.
That would be like a critical success.
So we'll start with Hank first,
Oh,
as
good.
you are
Yeah.
as you take a big drink of the liquid. You're like, "Huh, that's refresh," and then suddenly your body just bursts into light as the area around you explodes. As you just start glowing.
Oh, so he's not in flames. He's just
No.
on light.
You just start glowing, and then everyone just, for a moment, everyone around you is just blinded.
Is blinded. We're all blinded now because of you.
But for some reason, as this light washes over you, you guys just feel really good, and you just always want to be honest with your friends. Blind's bad.
My headcanon is that he's glowing, but his beard isn't. So his beard and like his facial hair isn't glowing. So we can still see him making facial expression with his eyes and his beard.
And
I like to think that like
Oh.
it was just like, hold on, I'm gonna post it.
okay, simultaneously at the same time, when the light flashes, Dolkin, your effect goes off
Mm-hmm.
as you your eyes go back to normal, and you're able to see clearly. That's weird. why are you standing over there? You point, and then you look at your hand. Why are your hands so small and not hairy? Why are you in a dress?
What?
And then, Vishana, why are you so tall and hairy?
Oh,
Eslar,
no.
why are you so short and Hank?
And
Why do you have
made
a
of light.
bear on?
Oh,
Why do you have a bear
no.
on your head?
Great.
Oh no!
Everybody's
As you all have swapped bodies.
So
I had a. Oh.
so now you are SLR, and
I'm
Vishana.
I like it.
great.
Hold on.
We all do the
Was the-
Scooby Doo thing. We all do the Scooby Doo thing from the movie where we look at the chest. Obviously, it's mandatory.
I'm gonna post it in memes. It's like Hank drinks the thing and he's like, oh, that didn't taste so bad.
Yeah. Dawkins would be like, "That's weird. I don't taste." Wait, what's wrong? What? Dawkins gonna like look around.
Guys, I don't feel so good.
I feel great.
Dawkins like he's gonna like take a step with like normal human feet. He's gonna start fumbling.
I feel so strong. And then Hank starts flexing. As Solar.
As
Yeah,
As
yeah
a Solar.
Dawkins just gonna like fall into the dirt. Like, what's happening?
yeah, and Astalar was like, "What? Why am I so short?"
As you guys start having these midlife crises, all your bodies suddenly converge, smack into each other, and you guys all fall back to the ground. You're back to normal.
Oh, Vishana, your life sucks. Oh, it sucks. It's awful. Oh, it sucks. Everything about your life sucks.
That was the first. I didn't realize that your beard was so itchy, Hank.
I kind of want to go back now that you talk about it. I kind of want to go back to not having this thing.
But my life's not that bad, though.
How do you walk? How do you breathe? How do you?
She does it.
I mean, once you get used to the electricity, it's not so bad.
I was tingly all over. It was hard to breathe. Your lungs are so tiny. I couldn't get enough oxygen. Okay, maybe we don't want to eat those ones anymore.
Maybe don't touch the fruit.
Also, Hank,
You
can
guys,
turn the lights
as I say that, you see Marin, who's just leaned up against a tree with the apple that you picked, and is just biting into it.
Marin, I'd be careful. You might turn into Hank.
she's already like halfway through it, watching you guys.
Oh. Well, how about I'm just gonna keep. How many? I'm gonna keep like enough fruit for all of us to have one on me, but I'm not gonna like eat them.
Yeah.
And then she'll toss the apple back your way. I just thought I'd see if I could taste again after being back.
Well,
Unfortunately not.
oh,
I might want to try that stuff again. That shit was crazy.
look, Hank, do we all still have to be honest? Do we all still
Oh
have
no,
to be
no, that's
truthful?
past.
Okay. Never mind. I was gonna have a bit where Dog was gonna look at me and be like, Hank, I'm gonna be honest, I fucking hate you. Why did I say that? No. Hank, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I ever want to know what it's like living down there.
It was horrible, Donkey. I experienced it for a moment. I've never been so short in my life. As a beard, Donkey.
Not even
It was
whenever.
strange. It was so itchy on my face, but there was a breeze on the top of my head.
Don't worry, I've never felt a breeze. So you
I
would...
gotta stay cool somehow. I got hair all over me, buddy.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just keep 4 Fey fruits, is what I call them, on me.
All right.
I'm not-
Bananas.
Yeah. Well, he said there's lots of them, so I'm just gonna say Fey fruits.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think we should eat these, but like, at least not right now. Maybe like later, if everyone just want to like, have fun, like have a good laugh.
Party. Hey, yeah.
So maybe when we get out of here, then there's not this impending doom over our heads.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe, yeah, like, imagine how funny it'd be if we went and saw, like, the tree spirit and, like, we were all like monkeys.
What if the next time I turn 6 feet tall, I stay 6 feet tall?
That will
Wouldn't
never happen.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Once we fix Angelina, there's a certain spell that she might be able to help you out with that, Hank.
Make me taller?
Yeah,
They got magic for that?
they have magic for everything.
No kidding.
You wouldn't believe the amount of magic that's in this place. As you guys hear a voice from above you.
I wouldn't. Tolkien ignores it.
No, what the?
You're right,
That's
I
the-
fucking wouldn't.
I mean, I haven't believed in any magic nowadays, so
Ever.
in the world I'm in, so
You guys are weird. What part of
Yeah.
the Fae do you come from?
Downtown.
What's downtown?
The downtown.
Over
Fey-
there.
Yeah, the downtown Fey Wilds. You wouldn't get it.
it's down in town.
What's a town?
Okay, who is
Oh.
that?
Do you look up to where
Yeah.
the voice is
Dol-
coming
Dol-
from?
Hank-
Tolkien
Hank-
just figured it was like someone else saying this, but
Yeah.
like one of us.
Yeah.
But he'll look around now.
Hank's also gonna look around.
Yeah.
Rashada's been looking up this entire time.
Yeah, you guys look up and you see sort of just hanging on one of the branches above you seems to be a very lively female figured dryad just looking down at all you guys with just leaves just covering her body all over in sort of an odd sort of like an odd monkey design as she's just hanging there, just looking at all of you guys.
Yeah, see, like that. Imagine if we saw, the tree spear, but looking like that. Wait a second. Wait, who are you?
Hey,
Wait, who are you?
hi, Mister.
Oh, hey, hello, Mister. My name's Tolkien.
Taboo.
My name's Tolkien. This is Hank. SLR, Vashana. Marin. Who? How did you get here? Where did? I've got a lot of questions.
I walked here. I heard you guys arguing.
We're not arguing.
It sounded like it. There was a lot of screaming and yelling.
Oh, it's just how we talk.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Uh,
Are you lost? You don't look like you're from around here.
no,
Yes,
no. Like
um,
Vashana said, we're from downtown.
We're very
Oh.
lost. Looking
I don't know what
Wow.
downtown means, but it sounds like it's not from here.
Oh,
We're, we're looking
Aren't we all finding our way?
We're looking for the very big tree.
Big tree. Big tree, big tree, big tree. There's a lot of big trees here.
Biggest one, the one that like towers over them all.
We're talking like a huge
What-
tree, like a tree that's like this big, and he holds his hand over his head.
Oh, that's not a very big tree at all.
Oh,
No,
relative,
Relative to what?
big.
Define big.
Oh, jeez.
Dang it.
I never thought about this before in my life.
Vashana,
Was-
Vashana
I
pipes
still-
up.
Who are we looking for
Vashana
again?
pipes up and says, "The biggest tree, the tree that is bigger than any tree out there."
Well, what? Well, who are we looking for again? Don't we have a name?
Chosak.
Oh yeah.
no, Chusak.
Yeah, we're looking for Chusak.
Oh, I think I remember that name. She drops down from the tree and just sort of looks to all of you guys, and she moves very oddly too, almost like Tarzan walking towards all you guys, just on her hands and hands
a
and
monkey.
feet.
She's a little
Yeah.
monkey.
Please
Yeah,
use your
but she's pretty tall for the most parts. I mean, hunched over and just looking at all of you guys, she stands about equal height with Hank, even on her hands and feet.
Did you say her name was again? Start with an M?
Said she
Mista.
was tall.
Well, I mean, she's twice your height. So.
I
What?
did not say that.
Well, you said,
yeah,
she
no.
said she's hunching over, right? So hunched over?
Hunched over, she's about Hank's height.
Hunched over on her hands and feet.
Oh,
yeah, her
okay.
head goes to Hank's,
Mm.
and she just looks to everyone. I think I know that name, but I don't remember from where. If you guys want, I can take you through if you want me to see if I can find my friends, see if they might know.
You know where we can find a bunch of pixies?
There are pixies everywhere.
Lots of pixies.
Oh, lots of pixies.
Lots of.
Like a pixie party.
Yeah,
Well, pixies are always having parties,
was it someone?
but I think so.
Yeah, we're looking for someone who's having like a birthday. Like a pixie.
What's a birthday?
The biggest party.
The biggest pixie party.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. She just sort of looks to you, she just looks to you, Vashana, and just, it gets very close and puts her hands on your shoulders and pulls herself up to your height. Gets very close to your face. Yeah, I can do that. I can take you there if you want.
Yes, please. That would be lovely.
All right, and she just presses a finger to your nose. That's a favor for you and a favor for me, and you feel a glow as there seems to be a magic link between you guys.
Mm.
Oh, I thought you were meaning like you feel glow, as in like it's like a spell and it causes the person to just like
Start
like
glowing.
combust basically. And I was like, oh no, not again!
A favor for you.
Yeah, I'm doing something for you, so you do something for me later.
Oh, okay.
What? Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not.
I'll figure it out when I'm ready for my favor.
Well, you gotta remember, we're not from here, and I don't think we can really stay here. So like, just remember that we might leave sooner than you would expect us to.
Don't
so-
worry, I'll figure something out that'll be easy.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine by me.
Do you want to ride? I don't know how fast you are, but I mean, I'm pretty quick. You just want me to carry you?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
I just figured I'd have to ask. You're about like as tall as Hank, so I mean, I gotta carry him.
She's very much not as tall as Hank. As she's eye to eye with me right now.
Is she standing straight up?
No, she's still sort of hunched over, but once she gets the favor from Vashana, she just
Oh, okay.
goes back down onto all fours. All right, this way. I'll take you this way.
Alright.
And she just starts moving in a direction.
Shauna just kind of looks at everyone, shrugs, and follows after her.
They don't got. This is one of the stranger days. Not the strangest. What is up there? I'm talking to follow.
Yeah.
Stranger than all the dungeons and dragons you faced?
But we've only ever faced one dragon, Hank.
I think we changed
Dungeons and Dragons.
Hank spontaneously combusts.
He just simply explodes.
All right,
Ooh,
so
we got traveling music.
you guys start following Mista.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She takes you through the woods as you guys keep traveling further and further into the woods, just in very aimless directions. Just for a while, she will just go forward before she eventually just takes a sharp turn elsewhere, and then just stops halfway. It's like, oh nope, that way, and then turns around back and goes the other way.
Do you have
And does
like
this
a map?
seamlessly at random. What's a map?
Oh, it's like It's like someone wrote down how to get somewhere for you.
Oh, we have things like those, but we usually don't hand them out to people.
Did you
Oh.
know where you're going?
Of course I do. Sometimes
What about right now?
I get a feeling I'm going the right way.
That's good enough for me.
Marin will just sort of pipe up next to you, Estlar. And to be fair, that's not the strangest way of trying to get around in the Feywilds. Gut feelings work better than actual directions most of the time.
Yeah, then I suppose she can lead us for a bit longer.
I mean, it's better than what we had, SLR. I mean, she at least has a gut feeling that she knows where she's going. We would just be lost.
I could have a gut feeling too.
Well, you know what? Next time she gets confused again, you can ask if you can take the lead, and we can follow your gut. I'd be fine with that.
Well, she's been here longer than us, so I'll go with it for a bit longer.
It seems like you guys are walking for a good long while, and Mista, while she's walking, there are times also when just the forest seems to close off or get dense, but she just seems to just wave her hand across trees and seem to just move them out of the way as she just continues going ahead unimpeded.
That's a little impressive.
Until you guys do eventually get to what's probably the first clearing in this area for the first time. As you see just the forest ends, but it starts up again across a very large river in front of you, where it seems to be calm for the most part. The water not moving too fast downstream. And to the left and right just seems to just go straight. No curves or turns or even to any mountains anywhere. Yeah. And over near the river, you can hear just a voice saying, "Ah, piece of shit! Ah, come on, get out already! Leave here for the day, and they're already here."
Oh, you speak in Dwarvish.
No.
Oh, he's cursing. That's Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like a fairy, but like, you know.
No.
Can we see
you
what
guys,
this is?
Yeah. You guys look and you see sort of by the bank of the river, near a couple rocks, near the where the grass turns into stone near the river, and between some large boulders on the edge of the rocks, the edge of the river. Why do I keep saying rocks? Is a satyr. Dressed in very simple garb with just leaves and leathers over his body, and seems to be trying to push at a boat that's lodged between two rocks.
You need help, stranger?
Huh?
You said you need
Oh,
help.
Cousin Jerry, if that's you, you really let yourself go.
I don't think he's in his right mind.
Well, that doesn't mean we can't help him. Here,
He's just trying to get the boat unstuck, right?
Here,
I can help him do it fast.
yeah, here, let me help you with that. And Dolkin will make his way over to the satyr and help him move his boat out.
No, not so fast. Don't you be coming near my boats. I don't need this any more damage than it is right now.
How are you going to get it out?
I just want to help you get it out and into the water so it can go. You seem like you really want it out of the rocks.
I don't know if I can trust any of you. It's my precious boat, and I wouldn't dare let anyone touch it.
What?
I mean,
Could I touch your boat and help you get it out?
Absolutely not.
But then how do you plan to... Because clearly you alone is not good enough to get it out, so like...
Unless I can trust you somehow.
Do you want something? I
I
got...
don't even know. I don't even know why anybody would even want to use a boat. These things suck.
Well, to get across the river, obviously.
You just
Trying to
gonna-
cross this thing by yourself without a boat is a death sentence.
Are you just going to the other side?
Why, yes, but I need my boat. I can't leave it here.
That's true. That's your property.
Well, if it'll make you trust us, I could float you across.
Well,
No!
how do-
Leave my boat here! Are you stupid?
Yeah, but Shauna, he's literally talking about not leaving his boat behind. How would that help him get his boat?
He wants
Me
his
both.
boat, Vishana.
We
If me
would-
both were broken.
Mister just jumps onto Dolkin's bags like, oh, maybe,
Yeah?
maybe if we
Yeah?
just push together. Or you give him something, that'll get him to trust us. Nothing but a stupid dryad with you. Don't you make enough trouble? No, not nearly enough.
Okay, give him a banana.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you just...
did you want the banana, sir?
Yeah, Dog will reach in and like, reach into his bag and like pull out the assorted fruits. Be like,
The Winter Queen's name is a fucking banana.
oh, but, imagine it looks like this, but isn't this?
I can imagine a lot of things that are this but isn't this.
Vishana just kind of face palms, reaches into her pouch, and pulls out her poncho. Here, you can.
Child walks in and talks gnomish to Dolkeen, and Dolkeen says, "Oh, I'll be there for dinner later."
Mm-hmm. Yep. True. That is what I did.
The satyr just walks over hesitantly and just sort of swipes at the poncho. Just looks at it. What is this?
You wear it. It keeps the rain off of you.
Rain? I don't ever have to worry about rain where I'm from. That's in the spring courts area.
Well, now you
Well,
can
when
go
you-
to the spring
when
courts
you
area.
visit the spring courts, you
Why would I
want
want to
it
go
keep the rain
there?
off you.
I'm happy here.
Well, obviously you're not happy here with your boat.
I will be happy when I get my boat across the river. And as you guys, as he says that, you guys hear the snap of a twig from the other side, and you see a moose across the other side of the river, with just flowers growing off of its horns.
Don't gonna give it away.
And there goes another one. Sad to see it. Sad to see it die so tragically.
What? It was right. It didn't die.
Yeah.
It was right there.
And as you say that, you see the moose as it goes over to the bank of the water. And though the river isn't moving fast, as the moose goes to put its head in the water, its head gets ripped off its body and starts traveling down the river,
Mm.
and its body
Mm.
just slumps over.
See
Oh,
what you're
okay.
talking about, lad.
So it's that dangerous.
Of course! What do you think I meant by saying a death sentence trying to cross this river?
It just didn't look like that big of a river. I thought you were just being a wuss.
We don't have rivers
No.
that kill people on contact from where we're from.
Oh well, that sounds like a right nice river.
Yeah, most
It
of
certainly is.
well, we also have like this one really big river, and I'm never gonna go on it again. It's probably as dangerous as that river right there.
Oh,
We only have to go on it
Sounds
one
like
more
you-
time to get home.
Sounds like you need a boat.
Sounds like you need a boat more than us.
And you have a boat right there, so let us help you push the boat into the water so you can be on your way.
I don't know if I can trust people like you to not put a scratch on this. If there's one single dent, one cut, one imperfection, he just stands in front of the boat as he just looks to you guys, just one eye getting wide as he holds a finger. The water will come rushing in and break it apart. It'd be absolutely perfect if you want to cross this river and go down it.
Well, so what? Well, here, Dolkin will like, I assume Misa like climbed off Dolkin.
Oh,
Ever on Doki?
Yeah, she said she climbed
She
on
was.
me.
Yeah, she was, but you don't know when she got off because when he wasn't looking, she just sort of is just by the boats, just kneeled over looking at it. Oh, I see the problem. Oh yeah, that's bad. What?
How bad are
what's
we
the
talking?
problem, mister?
Hey! The and the satyr just starts going over, waving his arms towards her as she just ducks behind a rock.
Hold up, she figured out what the problem is. What do you like Vishana said? What's the problem?
I don't need a dryad to tell me what the problem is. It's a beast between the rocks, and there are roots growing out of the wood into the ground.
Oh, it's growing.
Ah,
I've
Yeah,
never seen a
it's
boat that can
annoying.
grow.
fine, come here, but don't touch it.
Dolkin will get closer.
How am I supposed to fix it?
Yeah, as you guys walk over, yeah, the boat not only has the problem of just being wedged between two rocks, on all sides of it, you do see roots growing out from the wood into the ground.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That seems like a problem.
That is problematic, yeah.
I left it here for one day, and this happens. I swear. And he looks over to Mista. I bet it was you and your friends playing your pranks again. I never seen that boat. My likely story.
Does this happen a lot?
Anything can happen. He's annoying. I bet it could have been those pixies or fairies.
Well, how do you suggest, since you don't trust us, how do you suggest we get this boat out of there? Unless you don't have any idea and you can let us give it a whirl.
And
'Cause
have you got a saw on you? Something I could cut this with?
Dolkin looks to the axe he's wielding.
Ooh, you cannot cut this with a normal axe.
I'm a bit more barbaric.
Dolkin reaches into his bag, into his cook's utensils, and pulls out like a kitchen knife.
Vishana pulls out a crowbar.
Dolkin also pulls
What in
out
the-
a pickaxe.
What in the hell do you think you're going to do with those?
Well, we got this pickaxe to mine.
What, are we gonna fillet some fish?
But if there is fish,
Is that fish?
are there fish?
I mean, yes, there's fish in the water, but that's not the point.
It's fish in the water that are not dead?
Hank,
He just looks to you like he asked the most stupid question in the world. Where else would fish be?
Hank,
But if this water kills everything that gets in it, how are those fish alive?
When did I say it kills everything? You people.
Really?
What does it kill then? It just killed that moose.
It kills the moose, obviously, and it'll kill you if you go inside.
And it'll kill you too, apparently. Why don't you
Exactly,
just-
that's why I need my boat!
So what Astalor's like having an aneurysm. I don't understand!
pulls out his stuffed imp that he won at the carnival. So, do you think this may help?
How would that help, Hank? How would that help?
Look.
Oh,
look,
actually, if I could see that for a moment.
Oh my
He-
God.
he-
and
he
he will
holds his
give,
hands out.
and he will hand it over.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, the fur is very nice as he grabs onto it. Yes, if I just... Oh, yes, I could definitely... Maybe if I... And he tosses it and throws it into the river where it's ripped to shreds. No, it won't do anything, you daft idiot.
Look! Everything in here works backwards! So it's gonna be something that just... I mean, maybe it may help. You know, we gotta think outside the box!
Okay, listen. I understand that
Well, I gotta take away a stuffed imp now.
I understand that the axe is a little brutish, but it would cut the vines.
Roll a persuasion check.
Gulp.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, it's either 3 or a nat 1.
It'd be
Take-
a 3.
Take your pick.
looks to you. He's like, no. He just turns his back away. With someone as big and hulking as you'd probably chop right into the wood and break something.
What a fuck!
Although that is understandable.
Hey!
what's up,
He said,
Misa?
just behind the rocks, just looking down at everyone as she's climbed them. What if someone else? What if someone else did it? And she points to Hank. He's pretty limber. He could get it done.
And
Guess.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for her. Oh, what's a dryad's charisma?
I have to roll something against that.
no, she's trying to persuade him.
Oh shit! Oh, she got a 17. Where she got a 17. Where the satyr just starts stroking his beard, his goatee, and thinking, you may not be as daft as the other dryads around here. Okay, if the small one does it, if you can free my boat, small one, I'll help you across the river if you like.
I'm not small. I'm compact.
All right, compact one who also has a complex.
Thank you.
Well, how does it get it out of the rocks, though?
Oh, I can.
Well,
handle that.
Why we got to be a bit more careful and delicate? And then he looks to you, which you might be better for lifting. You got big barbaric muscles.
Oh, I could just freeze the water underneath it, and then we just slide it out.
He looks at it. It is beached on the side of the river, where it's not in the water.
I thought it was in the water.
It is not in the water.
It's next to the water.
I said it was next to the river, not in the river.
I can put ice underneath it, and you just slide it out.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
Well, I don't want to scratch against the rocks if I slide it.
How fast is this river moving, by the way?
Isaiah said it doesn't look like it's moving very fast, but the head traveled very quick.
Okay.
And you saw two things get absolutely eviscerated the moment they touched the water.
Yeah. I was gonna say, why don't we just try freezing away along the lake or along the river, so we can walk by?
Well, I can only freeze it 5 feet at a time.
We can all. And you know what? We can't end our turns within the same.
I feel like
I'm gonna stop you there. That's a no.
Yeah, just hit the fucking vines, Chase.
All right. I'll hit the fucking vines.
Donkey will hand you his two-handed battle axe.
Roll me either a strength check or a dexterity check.
I will roll a dexterity check.
I believe.
It doesn't even matter if you roll bad.
No, she's an inspiration.
Do you have inspiration?
Like, you're gonna murder the boat, Hank.
Oh well. We'll just make a new boat.
Do you want to keep the nat one?
Accept a game state. Accept a game state.
It's up to you, Chase.
Can I save a game state right here?
Yeah, quick
Do
save.
you have inspiration to reroll?
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, Chase.
It's up to you, Chase.
That is up to you, Chase.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna use them.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
Definitely not here.
Yeah, definitely not here.
Because we could deal with the consequences. You don't gotta use it if you don't want to.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck this guy!
Hey, I hand over. Dulkin hands his battle axe over to Hank. Hank looks at the roots, goes, "Yeah, I got this," and then cuts right into the boat.
Yeah, he intentionally does an overhead swing down straight onto the boat. Was never aiming for the roots.
Snaps the entire boat in half and it goes into the river.
Yep, and as Hank takes the axe and smashes against the wood of the boat, the satyr standing there looks like he just saw his children die in front of him.
He's having a literal mental breakdown at the moment.
And then, the dryad Mista just sort of like, oh, and just sort of slinks down behind the rock.
And then Hank's like, whoops.
Vashana just slowly gets on her broom.
See, why couldn't you have just let me do it? I'm the one who carries the axe all day. Why didn't you trust me?
Hank, you miss?
Hank, do you have something to say to him?
Sorry.
I don't know, Hank. That looked pretty intentional.
That looked honestly deliberate.
Look, I swear, I didn't mean to.
I don't know, Hank.
It may have looked intentional.
You cut it in
Look.
half.
You never aimed for the
Look.
dudes.
Look, it's my first time using this thing. Look, we can't all be perfect on the first try. You know, it takes time to learn these things.
Vashana is just slowly scooting over to Estelar.
And
Look,
as you guys are arguing, you just hear a loud whistle as the satyr just puts 2 fingers in his mouth and just lets out a whistle towards the forest on your guys' side. Masters!
Masters.
He said Lester's.
Oh, Lester's.
And you
How's
guys
he
start
doing?
seeing the trees shake.
This is when we all stand and we make a pathway for like towards Hank. We all stand on the side and like point at Hank.
He did it.
But
No,
Vashana-
son. Let's calm down.
You guys all see as coming from the trees, I'll put this in the art,
Oh my
are
God.
some very smaller creatures about gnome size. And about 20 of them just start scuttering through the forest and over to you guys, and they look like this.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're adorable.
And they all just start snipping their claws and making their way over to all of you guys. Yeah,
how
they're
large
seem
are
to
these
be very
things?
about gnome size,
So like,
about a foot shorter than you.
oh, so like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I thought gnomes were a lot smaller.
Yeah, I thought gnomes were like
No.
2 foot tall or
No.
something.
No, gnomes are about 3.5 feet.
Oh wow! Oh
No,
Jesus
they're
Christ!
just about 3 feet.
That makes these things a lot more intimidating.
And the satyr just points to all of you as they just start making their way towards you guys.
This is when we take his hand and we point it at Hank.
Look, lad, call off your crabs. Call off your crabs.
Get them! Make them pay!
Oh,
And,
you've asked for it now, lad.
and Vashana just throws Estelar onto the broom.
Hank immediately
why?
goes for this.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
What? We can't leave our boys? Can your broom even hold both of us?
Yes. Just barely. But Vashana is throwing you onto the broom and jumping off of the broom.
Okay. Estelar will not fight.
I was gonna say, if these things are like only like a foot tall, that'd be really fucking funny. But
Wait a second. If you just want us to pay, we can just make you another boat.
we got the whole bottle ox right here.
So what are you guys doing? Because, he, seems a bit angry right now.
I'm holding an
And-
action. If this motherfucker doesn't call off his crabs. But how far are they?
About 30 feet, and they're getting closer.
30 feet? If they hit fucking 10 feet, I fucking attack this guy.
You can attack him.
I'm gonna attack him.
Vishana, with Estelar on the broom, quickly runs towards Dolkeen, and we'll just flat out say, I don't know if Hank is worth it.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Oh my god, Vishana!
Vishana!
He tried his best, and this is how you treat him.
You're about
What
to
a
attack.
bitch!
You're about to attack the man.
Oh, hold on, Vashana.
Chase, make a Hank, make a strength check for me real quick, or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Athletics or
acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay then. Oh dear lord.
Oh yeah. Hank, as you're about to hold your knife, Marin just comes up behind you like a cardboard and just picks you up like a cardboard cutout in one arm and just looks at everyone. Let's go, and just starts running.
Wait, what direction is she running in?
She just goes.
She just goes?
She just goes down the bank of the river, past the direction that Mista is, and she just sort of just looks behind the. She just sort of leaps from behind the rocks. She's like, "Wait for me, weird lady!" And she's just running.
I think I'm mad at him. Let me go!
Don't be an idiot.
Vishana just cries out to Estelar, "Get across the fucking river!" Grabs Dolkin and casts Thunderstep.
There's just a bunch of fucking crabs!
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Those
yeah,
crabs,
seeing that.
Yeah, and while they're running, those crabs will swarm you and kill you.
I'll kill them first.
Fine, she drops you.
Wait, they'll pick me back up.
Wait, mommy,
mommy.
And she's leaving you, and all those things are still behind you.
I was just joking, mommy.
Mommy, wait.
Mommy, wait. He's gonna run. He's gonna run to Marin.
And she's faster than you, so she's just bolting, and those things are getting very close to you. And
what the fuck is their movement
Excuse
speed?
me, he can dash
I can dash 50 fucking feet. How fucking fast are these
But you can
motherfuckers?
also
He can
bonus
dash his
action
bonus
dash.
action and an action.
60 is
Yeah,
the answer.
she has,
60?
She's tall. She's taller than you, Hank. She has longer legs. She can.
Okay, whatever. But
She's
if that,
outrunning you.
yeah, but if I can dash as an action and
Yeah.
bonus action,
Yeah, but Hank, as you, even doing that, you do see these things as they're running towards you. Do also end up just vanishing into darkness and just showing up next to you on the tree line and just making a beeline for you, getting
my
closer,
God.
but not as much as they're
That's-
teleporting as well.
that's kind of fucking terrifying.
And Vishana, you thunderstep over to the other side of the river
with Dolkin.
with Dolkin and Estelar. Did you take Estelar to the other side of the river?
No, I'm
She's on the
flying
broom.
across.
She's on the broom.
Yeah, I
Oh,
broomed
okay, you're on the
across
broom.
river.
Yeah, so and Marin's just running by this point because she can move a lot faster than Hank can.
Only by like 20 feet.
Run,
So
Hank! Run!
And Hank's like, help! Help!
Vishana on the other side of the river is like,
Wait a minute. Why am I running? I got winged boots.
I was waiting for you.
Yeah, Hank just stops for a second. He's like, wait a minute.
What? I got the winged boots. This is winged boots.
What an idiot!
Fuck this guy.
While Marin is running,
with Mista. She just looks to Marin and is like, do you want me to get you over? It's like, that'd be good, yes. All right, a favor for a favor, and a grasping vine will appear on the other side of the river, grab them both, and just pull them over to the other side. And you guys can see the satyr just mauling and seething on the other side, as just jumping up and down, and these creatures that are just on the sides of the river are just snapping their claws at all of you guys.
And then
But-
Hank fucking throws up the middle finger and says, "Fuck off, Happy!"
How wide is this river?
About let's see. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, about 30 feet.
30 feet, okay.
Yeah, about 30
Vashon-
feet.
Oh,
Vashana will mind link with the Malding
guys.
on the other side and just go, I told you I could have gotten you across.
I'm thinking
My fucking boat! I need my fucking boat! I'll kill you all! I'll kill you all where you stand!
I like to think that Hank just destroyed his boat, and now from the opposite side of the river, he just sees Hank throwing up the middle finger like he is in the fucking little picture that I have for him. He's just looking like dead-eyed and just like blank expression, just with a fucking middle finger after he destroyed his boat.
Hank, does a 23 hit you?
What?
Does a 23
Yeah.
hit you?
What do you mean?
Does a
What do you mean?
23 hit
Does
you?
a 23 hit you, Hank?
Yeah.
All right.
Pulls out a fucking god.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as the satyr just pulls out a bow and shoots you in the shoulder with it.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, "I'll kill you all!" And he's going for another arrow and is aiming it at you.
I'm gonna shoot another arrow at him.
But Shauna will just step in front of Hank and say, "Let's just go."
No. Fuck this game.
Oh, well, I guess this Hank's doing it. Well, I don't think a 12. No, this is when you reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where the inspiration
This is
comes
where I
in.
hit the inspiration.
And then you roll a nat 20 and you kill him.
Do it.
No.
Oh.
I'm not rolling an inspiration for this loser.
12 doesn't hit him.
Not even as a joke.
As he just bats the arrow out of the air with his bow.
Dolkin will just look and, like, scream across.
Hey guys.
I'm sorry for him. I promise to make you another boat.
I'll kill you all, but him first.
Hey guys.
He'll
I have
come.
69 arrows left.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh.
that's good.
He'll,
Yeah.
Estelar
he'll
will,
calm down when we bring him a boat.
Estelar will get off the broom and hand it back to Vishana. Who knew the Feywild could be so fun?
Who knew the Feywild could be so wild?
Miss Marin just sitting there quietly, just staring at Hank like this fucking guy, while Mista just comes up to you guys and she's just laughing her ass off. You guys are amazing. I don't think I've had this much fun in a single day before.
Ah,
So was it you that did that to his boat?
No.
this is just a normal Tuesday for me.
Vashana seriously debates pushing Hank into the river before continuing.
just all I imagine is like a single frame. Just Hank gets pushed into the river. It just vaporized like the fucking Smash Ultimate intro. Oh, you guys go into the woods where another arrow flies by and hits a tree next to you guys, but eventually the screaming satyr just ceases, and you guys continue walking, and let's go ahead and take a break here.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go
I'm
pee.
gonna go pee as well.
Holy. Oh. Ow. Way. Oh, me. Ah. Oh my my goodness. Yeah. Pretty funny. Pretty funny, bros.
We're on break.
Oh, nice. We'll actually roll a minute as well.
Oh, I'm back. I got food. So Chase, how you like your new mortal enemy? Oh, I guess Chase isn't here yet.
You went to go to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom before he did.
How you guys liking the Feywild so far?
The Feywild's
You know-
not so bad. It's just Chase.
No, I think Chase choosing not to re-roll that net one made it infinitely better. And I'll die on that hill.
It could have been worse. I did find a funny random encounter roll table, and there were some funny ones. And meeting Mista, also this meeting this satyr, and the cliffside where all the encounters you guys got. If you failed looking over the edge and jumping, you would have fallen a lot. And probably taken a lot of falling damage. That's a good thing you didn't.
Yeah.
And Chase has a new mortal enemy.
Yeah, now he's got a new mortal. This guy better come back. He better have like some sort of revenge arc.
Just some random fucking dude from the Feywild.
Yeah,
Just-
some random dude from the Feywild, and now he's got like a revenge arc against
Wait,
Hank.
it was just an army of mean locks.
I was fully expecting combat to start.
No.
I was fully expecting to just leave Chase.
He
I
would have
forgot-
died.
I forgot he had the boots.
I also forgot he had the, and apparently he did too.
I return.
Welcome.
Look, it was like Baron's
Thank
not
you.
gonna stand here and just let this shit happen. It's like we're getting out of here, and just going. Like if there was gonna be combat, there would have been no map for it.
That's fine. Theater of the mind.
Yeah, it would have been theater of the mind. It would have been funny. Like, you know, this is me getting left behind. It's just like CDI Link, just getting beat up by crabs. Just help.
And I mean, look, Tolkien will promise this man that he'll bring a boat next time he sees him. I'll make this
Tolkien's
man a
never gonna
boat.
see him again.
Well, now this
Does
guy's our
Tolkien
mortal
even-
enemy while he's here. While we're here.
Does Duncan even know how to make a boat?
No, but he knows how to chop wood.
I was gonna say we could probably have figured it out.
Sure. You guys got woodcarver's tools?
Nope.
Look, they didn't have
Interesting.
wood carvers tools like back when they were making their first boats.
True.
So you're gonna build a raft.
We could revert to caveman.
We have technology.
Look, as long as as long as it don't sink, and it can get across the river, I think we'll be fine.
True.
I think it.
Not
has to
this
be
river though.
I think it has to be magical to get across that river.
And guess what? These
And,
trees have magic wood. I mean, why else would
Yeah.
there be different shades of green?
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Or I mean, honestly, we'll just ask Chuseok to do it for us. I mean, she is a god after all, right?
No. She's just a really powerful druid.
Yeah, basically god.
Basically,
Alright,
God.
welcome back.
What was
Oh,
I,
welcome back, Chase.
Sorry about that.
Uh,
I decided to make some sausages.
and I don't know if you guys can tell, but every bit of and part of that was just by the seat of my pants.
Oh yeah.
Izzy, I think genuinely the biggest thing that I like super appreciate, and this is
Uh-huh.
one thing that I've talked with Crystal about, and I was kind of like waiting for you to do it one of these days. I'm so glad you did. Somebody with a real different voice. Somebody with a real like personality voice. I'm like, you know what? I like this character that he's making. I like this.
I apologize.
You like that?
Chris.
You like high pitched satyr man,
I
who
like
is now
I
who
apologize.
now is out for revenge for his dear boat. With his
Yeah.
army of army of
not-
mean locks.
and not like military lady number 56.
Look, I apologize, Chase. I got a problem.
What do you mean?
I think he's talking about me.
It's just in it, like, well,
No, that
I mean, not-
mine in my campaign, like I don't
I-
do like as many voices as I.
I imagine you're talking about the.
give me 1 second.
the-
My hot dog buns are burning.
I imagine he was talking about the lady you guys met back in the town, the
Oh.
mayor.
I don't know if he just meant like in general. I was like, look, man, or I thought he was throwing shade at Keith, who every single time we talk to any NPC in Keith's game, they're all the exact same person.
They are
Cool.
indeed all the same person.
Maybe that's why he wanted to do Strahd, because he was like, these people have been like, you know, constant reborn for thousands of years. They've all homogenized.
Yeah.
That's why Strahd, like talking to Strahd feels like talking to that priest at that church that we were at.
Yeah. I was just trying to think, like, what would be just a stupid thing? Because I was like, he wants to keep this, so I was like, all right, so how do I make this like intimidating? Like, oh, what can this satyr do or have that can just be intimidating to the party? And I was just looking, I was just like, what if he just had a small army of meanlocks that were just hanging around? I was like, yeah, let's go for
that's
it.
That's a little intimidating.
Yeah, what if there's like 20 of them?
Ugh. I was intimidated.
I'd be intimidated too. Those things are scary.
Whatever, they're just crabs. They can't be that hard.
Yeah, but the crab's the size of children.
And children aren't scary.
But children also don't have claws
Mm.
that could rip and break bones. Brett, we've had this discussion about coconut crabs. Those things will tear your arm off.
If your arm was a coconut.
Oh.
You see, I found the loophole. I am no nut.
Oh.
I am no nut. No nut here.
Exactly. How could they possibly hurt me?
Hope you guys are enjoying this session so far.
Has been pretty lit. I like
I'm
when
happy.
Chase almost died.
Yeah, I need more of that.
If he stayed behind, he would have been beaten to death. He would have been bludgeoned to death.
Yeah, but like, he has that potion that can make him intangible to everything.
Also true.
He can
But
just,
would he remember that he has it?
he can just drink that and then walk to the other side of the river. Simple as. And then he'd be able to tell us what fish are down there. We'd actually get to know what kind of fish they got in this fucking place.
There's just sharks.
That might be it. That might have been the thing that.
That's what's ripping the heads off people. Just
yeah, if you go
supersonic
back,
sharks.
yeah, if you go back and you go frame by frame, like everything is like nice and peaceful, and then there's like one frame where a big shark comes out and bites the head off, and then the next frame it's gone. I'm gonna go put my plate downstairs.
No worries. Damn, Jesus, hot dogs must be really burning.
His buns were burning.
Yeah, keep going without me, boys. I'm like
No,
gonna
no.
be gone for like 2-3 more minutes.
No, that's fine. We can wait 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I'm just all I'm doing is
I'm
really
st-
just
I'm still-
staring off these
I'm still,
sausages.
I'm still munching.
They were waiting on Brandon to return from putting away his
Oh.
plate.
Okay. Yeah, but I love that. I love that guy. I hope there are many more because I had this idea. You remember whenever you said you had that old lady, the lady was gonna be like because her secretary was all like, "Oh, I'm surprised with her age that she could even hear me from out here." So what I was thinking was that it was gonna be like a really upbeat grandma type that was really, really good at like military shit, and I thought she was gonna have a voice like, "How's it going, lad? We're gonna go fuck some shit up, man."
I should probably make more characters like that.
And then it was military woman number like 7. And like she wasn't even like that old. She was like 40s or 50s or something.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a woman 9 kind of guy.
I'm a Thunder 3 sort of lad myself.
I don't know. Woman number 3 has like.
Well,
that
listen,
attitude.
not every NPC I make is gonna have you guys' attention. I've made peace with that.
Well, I'm more of a bruh number 2 sound effect kind of guy.
I mean that's respectful. I can respect that. All right, I'm ready to start.
Ace isn't. He's burning his buns.
Is he?
He
Yeah,
is.
He's still bun burning.
Oh. Wait, why did he come back to? Did he come back to inform us that he was burning his buns?
Yes.
I feel like he could.
He did.
I feel like he could just stay there and burn them.
No. He had to come back and tell us,
No.
like, I'm gonna be burning them for the next few minutes.
Why?
No, that'd be ridiculous. Why would you not tell your boys what you're doing and then leave again?
Look, I can't go past 9 o'clock. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I go talk to my doctor about
At what time?
8 o'clock.
Hmm.
So I gotta go talk
That's
to
pretty early. I mean, that's still pretty early.
Yeah, but I actually want to like get some sleep because my sleep schedule's just been getting worse and worse.
Fair.
I'm waking up at like 10 and like that I can't go to my doctor, like that would be late. Cause I gotta go ask them about scheduling a fucking colonoscopy.
You're gonna get a finger in your butt?
Well, they already did like the finger, like an actual like scope up there.
Oh. How big was the scope?
I don't know. I've never had it. I mean, I've done an endoscopy, and they had to put you under for an endoscopy, and I think they put you under for a colonoscopy as well.
They do.
You know what? That's a good question. How big is the scope for like an endoscopy? How big?
Do they have to give you like laxatives before you do that or something?
Here, you know what, Crystal? Here, I can show you the thing they want me to drink.
Yeah, you have to drink it. It's
Yeah, but
I think.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
There lies the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Hold on.
He can't drink.
Yeah.
Camera. Oh,
This is the problem. I was wondering because I was like, they're gonna give you something to like shit yourself, but
camera.
you're gonna
Oh.
you're gonna shit away the last of the moisture in your body.
Because here, let me just grab it.
Yeah, it's like he got something in the mail. At first, I was like, "Is this like a mini gas canister or something? What is this?"
Wait, what
Here
is
you go.
this? What is? Wait.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the container that the pharmacy send it in.
Okay.
You can buy it in like
Yeah,
actual
and then
fucking bottle.
here's
But that's all the powder that's in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an entire fucking canister just for that much powder.
Is there like a line on there that says fill
you-
water
yeah,
here?
You have to fill that up and drink it.
Up to
Brandon can't
up to
do
this.
that.
Basically, the entire fucking thing.
Yeah, you literally have to drink a gallon of it.
like
Brandon
in a
literally
day,
can't. Yeah, Brandon literally can't drink a sip of that.
Brandon will die if he does
Look,
that.
that's why I've tried to call my doctor like fucking 3 days in a row, and eventually they're just like, come in and we'll schedule a colonoscopy.
Can you
It's like-
just eat the powder?
I don't know. I said
No.
I could just like eat it, right? And then Kira was like, no, but Kira's not a doctor. She was just a nurse.
Yeah,
She's just
you,
a nurse. So
you,
like,
you can't.
wow,
Eat it.
that's
Why not?
this is a lot of instructions.
Oh,
It has to be in every language.
Does it?
To make
I think
sure that you can't like use
no,
the
this is-
excuse of I didn't get it.
No, this is all English.
Oh really? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, this is all English. Yeah, front and back. This is just English.
Is it just side effects or is it all instructions?
All right, what page y'all want me to start on, huh?
Halfway down the backside.
All
Yeah.
right. How should I take Goltelli? You must read, understand, and follow these instructions to take Goltelli. Take Goltelli right away. Take Goltelli exactly as your healthcare provider tells you to take it. See instructions for use. Do not take undissolved Goltelli powder that has not been mixed with water. It will increase nausea and vomiting, as well as dehydration. Okay.
Oh. So
Well,
don't
you
eat
don't-
the powder.
You don't
Don't eat
need
the
more
pa-
of that, Brandon.
Don't eat the powders. What I'm
Don't
hearing.
eat the
Yeah.
powder. Glad we
Yeah,
got that
don't
out of
eat
the way
powder.
I'm glad,
first.
that,
Yeah.
I'm glad that's not at the start. That's in the middle here. Do not take other laxatives. Drink reconstituted solution at a ratio of 8 ounces every 10 minutes. I'll just fucking down the whole thing. I'm not a pussy. Do not eat or drink anything colored red or purple.
Very specific.
Yeah, why?
Well, because it looks like blood when it comes out.
Oh. Do not eat solid foods at least 2 hours before taking it. And then that's all that was on that page.
Yeah. So
Oh, what are the side effects? Trouble drinking liquid.
Mm.
Well,
Well, we didn't need the powder for
Yeah, I
that.
didn't need the powder for that side effect. Urinate
You just-
less.
what happens if that's already the problem?
Ah, here, you see, I already got some of these. I already have the stomach cramping or pains. I already urinate less, and I already have trouble drinking, and with nausea and vomiting. So, like, it seems like I already have all the downsides. Maybe I have. Maybe
you sure
I
you're not
could-
just drinking this
Yeah,
stuff
I
on the
might-
regular?
I might actually. I like.
Brandon,
I might in my sleep be spoon feeding this to me. I might like. I might be like just getting a big like teaspoon. just-
Brandon, but what if you fill it up like, and then what if you drink it and then it just neutralizes all of that? Just
That might work. What are the ingredients? Active ingredients: glycol, sodium sulfate, sodium bicarbonate,
glycol.
sodium chloride. There's chloride in this? That's fine.
Sodium
wait.
chloride is salt.
Yeah, sodium
Yeah.
chloride and then potassium chloride. Oh, I need that. Oh wait, this is healthy for me. I need
No,
that.
hold,
Wait, this
hold-
is healthy for me.
no, hold the fuck up. They put glycol in that shit.
Yeah.
We're back.
It does say right there glycol. Is this a
You
problem?
mean
Matt?
the shit that they use to make alcohol?
Oh, I'm getting wasted.
Get wasted in our force.
Wait, yeast? They put yeast in bread? The shit that makes alcohol?
And then this is too. No one has ever read all this. Oh, but Chris, I appreciate this. They give me like the little fucking chemical compound. They like show you what the fucking. I don't know if you'll be able to tell.
Oh, they show you the structures?
Yeah, they show you the structure.
Your camera's so shitty I couldn't like see it, but
It's just showing me all like the chemical structure for the glycol, the sodium sulfate,
I
the
appreciate
sodium
that.
bicarbonate, and the sodium chloride. I'm glad that they put that on there. It's like, hey, do you want to?
Jesus.
Do you at least
Holy
want to
shit.
know? Do you at least want to know what all this shit looks like? Like this means
So-
nothing to me.
So those ingredients are literally just designed to dehydrate you.
Oh, great. I love that.
you really actually like shouldn't eat that.
shouldn't eat
Yeah.
it.
You're
That's why
gonna
I'm gonna
fucking
drink
die.
it, Crystal. So I'm gonna drink. I'm not gonna eat it. Dummy.
You're gonna die, Brent. Tell
That's
your
why-
doctor that there's gonna be another way.
That's why it has to be mixed with water and only 8 ounces every 10 minutes.
maybe go to Chase's house and steal some of his chocolate laxatives.
Oh, I already have chocolate laxatives.
Oh, okay.
But it says not to take any other laxatives.
Yeah, if
Oh.
you the thing with this particular the stuff that they make you drink before you have a colonoscopy is it literally turns your shit liquid and just cleans you out.
That's fun.
Other warnings: seizures,
Oh.
cardiac arrhythmia.
Whoa.
Oh.
That's fun.
Mucosal ulcerations.
Oh, that
ulcers.
sounds fun.
That's
I like this one. Hypersensitivity. You might be
Well, I mean-
hypersensitive.
Bro,
Well,
whacking off would feel amazing.
no, because it's unfortunately hypersensitivity in the colon.
Oh.
Mm.
Dude, whacking off would be.
Whacking off would be great.
I like hypersensitivity. Inform patients to seek immediate medical care. If you hypersensitive, if you cry, go to the doctor. If you
You little pussy.
if you've been sad, go to the doctor.
Hypersensitivity in that in the colon, anal sex must be amazing.
Man, there's a lot of I like that there's so many things that can just go wrong from this. No wonder they have 20 pages of just here's how you might die. Which is very funny. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm back. Kira kicked me out of the room again. I had to get kicked out of another spot.
Oh, that's understandable. I was just reading my
I heard every bit of it. I was over here like, oh my. See, and Chase thought the immediate thing, hypersensitivity of the colon. Using my dildo feels amazing, then.
Oh,
Yeah,
and the very
yeah.
last thing, the very last warning: keep away from children. It's the very last. thing
I wonder why.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't fucking drink that, Brandon.
I'd say no. Don't drink that.
Although your colonoscopy is going to be a lot more difficult.
I've had a lot of procedures where they've said, "Hey, drink this," and I said no, and they said please, and then I drink it, and then I'm in horrible, terrible pain as I'm vomiting everywhere, and they're like, "Fuck, I guess we'll just inject it into your blood." And I was like, "You could just do that to begin with, you fuckers."
Yeah.
Oh,
they
assholes.
Can't really, they can't really inject that into your blood.
You don't think so?
I do not know of a IV based colon cleanse.
Look, if they can inject protein straight into my heart,
Wait, hold on. What about just instead of putting it in your mouth, put it up your ass? An enema?
Ooh, jeez.
wait a second.
An enema? Does an enema not work?
You could probably get a salt enema.
Yeah, but I don't think my doctors would appreciate that if I was like,
Why not?
yo, I was just I just got some sea salt and I was just cracking it just in me.
Well,
Just
I'm not
right-
saying
Just
you.
put it
I'm,
straight up my ass, doc.
no, I'm not saying you fucking garage band this shit and experiment on putting salt in your ass. I'm saying have the doctors put the salt in your ass.
Wait, why is there pink sea salt in your eye? Was all I had. It's either that or Himalayan.
Look, it's really cheap at HEB. I can't not buy it.
Yo, why is there a Denny's salt packet in here? It was all I had, man.
That's all I had.
It was all I had.
Alright, I guess I'll put this
Well,
down. Yeah, well, this is why I'm gonna go talk to my doctor about it. Be like, yo, hey, I got questions.
You don't even go that far in your ass, dude.
Well, I just kept shoving until it wouldn't shove no more. What's the problem?
Oh man, butt chug some alcohol. I got some rum over here.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to die, Chase.
Yeah, but they're putting the shit that makes alcohol in there. Why don't you just pull a full ingredient?
You know what? You're right. We might as well cut out the middleman.
Yeah, don't half-ass it. Put the whole fucking thing.
I don't know, I've never had
Well-
it,
Well, it has to specifically be vodka.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, I hear that stuff burns.
It does.
Yeah, but you don't have taste buds in your ass. You don't taste it.
Well, it's not the taste that burns.
I was gonna say.
Alcohol.
think it is. I think it is the rest of it that burns, not the taste.
How
Look,
about
just
we
take a
go
shot
ahead
of enema. Like, just take an enema shot.
Yo, let me just
Right.
take a shot of my enema real quick.
Just a little bit. You know?
All right. Okay, before we start talking about it, let's go ahead and get started again.
Oh, yeah, this is supposed to be streamed.
It all is.
Everything is streamed here, Chase.
Alright. Let's go, Wolves.
Alrighty.
So, angry man, we're walking through the forest.
Hey, we left him behind.
Yes.
He'll
You
come
guys-
back though one day.
Yeah, he will come back one day.
Yeah, you guys cross the river and are once again being led by Mista through the woods again, who eventually stops partway through and just kind of looks around. Huh, that's weird.
What's weird?
What's weird?
You know, this sounds strange to say, but the woods around here just feel different. Like I haven't been here before.
Well, we haven't been here before. So that feels normal to us.
Well, I haven't been here before. Well, I haven't been to a lot of places around here. But everything always feels the same. Something about this place, though.
How does this feel different?
I don't know. It's just a feeling I'm getting.
And why don't you guys go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Mm.
5.
Big 12.
Perception. A 12.
Wow.
Lots of 12s.
Hmm.
Consistency. That's what I like to see.
My attack roll was also as well.
Guess I'll just do one for Marin just in case.
Doesn't help.
None of us have perceived on this
Yeah.
day.
You guys don't see anything or hear anything, but
We missed Chosak already.
Yeah, we just
but
passed her.
but Mista herself just sort of kneels there, just looking around, but then sort of just perks up and just sort of wanders over to a tree.
Huh? What's that? But already? But I just met these people. But who are you to even... Oh. Okay. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh.
And Mishana just kind of leans over to Estelar. Are the trees speaking?
Not that I can hear. And the one that I spoke to earlier wasn't speaking back to me in a language I could understand.
Maybe it's just her
All
gut
right.
feeling.
Alright, I got it.
Maybe they should learn common or get out of my country.
Yeah, exactly.
We're in their country.
Estelar waves her Confederate flag.
Look, just because they've settled here, don't mean it's their country.
Just because you live somewhere don't mean it's your home. All right. If you ain't speaking God's language, you shouldn't be speaking at all.
So none of us should be speaking at all.
Does anybody know Celestial?
As a matter of fact,
No shit.
Nista, is everything alright?
Okay. Yeah, alright. Sounds good.
yep.
She turns over to you, SRO. He's like, yeah! It's got a lady's voice in my head. Saying that you guys need to keep heading this way. But she was being sort of a butthead. Saying I can't go with you, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
But it's fine, because she said she's sending some people over to me to have some fun with me later. So
oh,
that makes it okay.
well, that's good.
Well, how are we gonna
before-
repay you, though?
Yeah, but before we go, what kind of favor can we do for you?
Oh, we can do that now. And I'll start with you, lady, as she goes over to Marin. Me? What for? I didn't make any favors. Yes, you did. I got you across the river. Ah, shit. Ooh, that thing in your pocket. I want that. What thing?
Open it.
The thing that's glowing. The thing that's glowing. I kind of want that. It looks nice and shiny. Why would I? And as she's saying that, you guys see as Marin, unconsciously as she's talking, just reaches into her bag, grabs her drift globe, and gives it to the dryad.
Hmm.
Ah,
Wait, what? A favor for a favor. And then she, and as Marin tries to go back and reach it, her hand and grab it back, her hand just stops where it is, like she can't move forward with it. You, of course, fate trickery like always. And then she looks over to you, Vashana. No, that'd be mean. You look like you like that a lot.
I do. I really do.
Oh, then I'll take the broom.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Unless.
I'm just kidding. I saw those weird glass vials with the weird red juice in it. Can I have that?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Vashana just reaches into her pocket, takes out her last potion, and just tosses it to her.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, as you do, she just uncorks it and just pours it all over her leaves. And I didn't say what color she was, but she was sort of like a greenish orange to her color. But then when she does that, she just turns into a very dark red. Ooh, I like that.
That's very pretty.
All right, well, the favors are done. You guys have a good time. And wherever your downtown is, invite me there sometime.
Sure thing. Loss.
Bye. As she just goes over to a tree and just starts climbing up it, and then disappears into the shrubbery.
I was expecting her to take something from all of us.
Well, I was the one who asked for the favor, so.
It's good that she didn't take your bloom, Sanju.
Yes. I was really hoping she wouldn't.
She took my drift globe. And Marin just mutters with the hiss in her voice.
What's a drift globe?
Chad, what was that thing?
Oh, it was a drift globe.
It was what let me get back to the Feywilds if I was ever in a pinch. Back to the spot where my portal hooked to the material plane is.
Well, once we're done here,
I was-
you won't need to do all the hipping and hopping back and forth.
Well, I was hoping once we got what we needed, I could get that and go to where my portal is to get back.
You were gonna leave us?
Well, no. I was gonna go first to see if I could get a relative position for Wes to compare to where we're going, but
Oh. But now you're stuck with us, is what you mean.
unless your Dark Druid has a way to get us back.
I mean, I'm pretty sure an Archdruid might have a... I mean, that seems like better than an Anima Druid.
And
That's
I-
supposed to mean hag.
What did I say?
I thought all that thing did was just flash some light, and then you were able to get back to the Feywild.
Yes, it does. It flashes specifically sunlight out, which is what I was using
Oh,
to
well,
get
I mean,
back.
I could do that.
Unfortunately, I had my drift globe enchanted specifically to take me back to a spot where I'm more comfortable with.
Huh. Well, perhaps Chosak will have a way for us to get out of here. I'm certain.
She is sort of she reaches into her bag and uncorks one of the vials of blood and just downs it, sort of out of aggression.
Vishana kind of puts her interlocks her fingers behind her head and starts walking forward. Well, I'm out of healing potions and we're getting close, so might as well.
So I guess we just gotta keep going forward.
Then we
Yeah.
continued walking.
Right. As you guys continue walking, it doesn't get dark here, but there's a point as you guys are walking where you just feel tired. Though it's hard to tell because the way time has been moving, you're really unsure if you've been walking for a short time or for a long time. You could have been walking for a couple hours, or you probably could have been walking for over a day by now.
Have my boots stopped?
I imagine they stopped
They
when
only
you,
last-
A minute, right?
unless you were going to continuously be flying.
Oh, you're right.
But there does come a point as you guys are on your walk. Let's see again. Yeah, as you guys are going through the woods, you do see or smell actually fire. The smoke of a fire and light past the trees, and you hear the chattering of smaller, more higher pitched voices coming from there.
Oh, hey, isn't that what we're supposed to be looking for? That sound of some people, the sound of some pixies having fun?
Think so.
It's a good sign.
Except why would there be fire?
I don't know, Dalkin.
I think says they're probably having fun with the barbecue.
Sure, maybe it's a grilling.
I love tailgates. In my Florida F-150 outside of the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Let's go!
All right, so I assume you guys move forward.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
move forward.
And as you guys do move forward and move past the tree line, you do see in a smaller, more open space surrounded by bushes that there is about a few sets of very cute campfires that are very tiny and small with a bunch of fairies and sprites and pixies around them. They all seem to just be talking to one another. And, well, none of you speak Sylvan, correct?
No.
Nope.
No.
That's a negative, boss.
Yeah, you see them just talking with one another before they all turn and notice you guys. And a couple of them just sort of just jump up and start to flutter away into the woods, while a few others actually stay by their campfires, just looking at you like, well, you're like they've never seen things like you before.
Vashana's
Don't
gonna
look him
pipe
away.
up with her hands up. Sorry, we didn't mean to interrupt your campfires. We're just looking for Chosak.
A couple heads seem to tilt, but one pixie in particular was sort of just big, full black eyes and very wild, sort of curly blue hair just sort of flies up to you guys and looks to you Vashana.
Josag Sainte?
I'm sorry, I don't speak Sylvan.
Marin turns towards you. She asks if you knew Chosak.
Yes, they're expecting us.
Pixie replies in another in another line of fuck it, I already fucking fucked up the fucking joke. Fuck it, go ahead.
Okay,
Uh,
Chase.
Sorry,
the
it's a bad
pixie
joke
the,
anyways.
Yeah,
the pixie once again tilts its head as you talk to it, Vashana. But Marin actually does step forward and start talking in Sylvan to this pixie. And they seem to have a conversation for a bit. And roll... Yeah, all of you go ahead and roll insight checks while this conversation's going on.
Inside.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at that. Oh, soft 20.
We're really good at that.
Much better than
your-
perceiving.
Okay, so only Estelar and Dolkin get this.
Hell yeah. Of course,
Yeah, I was
Dolkin gets it. I mean, it's not even a
Going
surprise.
off a passive. But you see as Marin starts talking in Sylvan to this pixie, the pixie gets a wide grin on its face and just starts chattering more to Marin, whose face just gets visibly irritated as she's talking to the pixie, but still tries to remain calm.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling that they're the way things are going right now, the pixie is asking and demanding something, but Marin seems to just want to not go through with it.
Yeah, I'm kind of on Marin's side though.
Yeah, but you don't know what it's asking for, and Marin just continues just bartering with this pixie.
Marin, is everything alright?
I see that there's some sort of negotiation for something. Is this like with the Dryad and something?
What is it asking for?
It wants something from each of us.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
She just turns towards all of you, just exasperated. She wants each of us to tell her a joke.
A joke, you said?
That's
I'm pretty good at that.
I'm certainly not good at that.
What do you mean?
You're gonna have
Esther, you grew up with siblings. What do you mean you're not good at that?
The only jokes I ever heard growing up were Papa's. And his are terrible.
Oh,
you
no.
grew.
They didn't say a good joke, Esther. They just said a joke.
She wants to laugh.
Me too.
That's
haven't
going to
laughed
be
in
difficult if
years.
she can't understand us too, though.
I
Then
can-
needs to translate.
I can translate,
Mm,
but she wants 5 jokes from us for each person.
5
Oh,
jokes per
that-
person?
No.
Oh, 1 from each.
no, I suppose. And if we do this, she'll take us to Chosak?
She says her and her other friends know where she is, and will lead us so we don't get lost.
Okay, can I go first?
If you got one,
Okay. An elf, a human, and an orc walking into a bar. The halfling, he walks under it.
That's pretty good, Turkey.
Like Hank's gonna slap. He's gonna say that's a real knee slapper, and he slaps his knee.
That was.
That's
Marin looks to you, and actually, you see a bit of a crack of a smile on her face, like she found that amusing, and she'll turn towards the sprite and talk in Sylvan again. telling her the joke. And go ahead and
Uh-oh.
roll me. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I'll have Marin.
Oh,
I'll
thank
have
God.
Marin roll. I'll have Marin roll it, considering she's the one saying it, and we'll give her advantage because that sounds like a joke that a pixie would like. So
If they know what all those races are.
a 19. Yeah, you guys see the pixie in a very high pitched squeaking voice, just seems to be busting a gut in the air and kicking her legs.
Oh,
I think she liked that one.
heck yeah. Oh, my dad's gonna be so happy when he hears that. He made up that joke, you know.
It's a pretty good one, though.
It's really good.
That is a good one. All right, who's next?
I I I guess I could try. What?
Write this down.
What? Yeah. They're like fairies, right? So they probably haven't
It's
been into
it's
the
a
outside world.
It's a pixie, but they're
pixie.
small. They're small. They're tiny creatures with insect wings. But yeah,
Okay, and they would never have probably most likely haven't gone out of the Feywilds.
you can assume that.
I would assume that, yeah. But they do know druids. I can. What forest animal helps a druid get the nice green color for their robe?
I'll say while you guys are telling these jokes, Marin is translating at the same time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the pixie just looks at you. The pixie just looks at you just very intensely, and she shakes her head like, I don't know.
A dire wolf.
All right. If you want,
get
you
it.
can either roll the charisma check, or you can have Marin roll the charisma check.
I think is cooler. Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that was.
The best joke.
It wasn't the joke that got her. It was the
It was-
gut-busting laugh I did after.
it was the delivery and also just the way the pixie does indeed laugh, but she seems to be pointing at you more and speaks to Marin in Sylvan again, and Marin actually just stifles a laugh real quick as she looks towards you and then back to the pixie.
Can I go again? Oh wait, I guess if someone else does.
No, hold on, wait. What'd she say about me?
Oh, she just said you're very good at telling jokes.
You're darn right, here I am.
Vishana will kind of step forward. You don't need to translate for me.
Vixen knows a good joke when she hears one.
She just sort of raises an eyebrow.
Although I will need you to translate what she says back. And Vishana will mind link with the pixie.
All right.
Because the pixie can understand me. I just can't understand the pixie. And Vishana.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in the mind link?
In the
My
mind
bad.
link, yes.
I thought you meant.
No, in mind link. Pixie can understand me. I can't understand Pixie.
Okay, gotcha.
What do you call a 1,000-year-old fae?
She just looks at you like she just looks at you again, very expectantly.
A millennial.
All right, you can go ahead and give me a charisma check.
I thought it was gonna be a oh.
Ooh, 13.
You know what? I'm a inspiration that because I can. 17.
17.
What do you
17, that's
call-
pretty good.
What do you call a 100-year-old druid?
Dead.
A century.
Ha, 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 ha.
Whenever we get done telling these jokes, I need to show you. I need to tell you guys some of these. Oh wait, I see it. Matt's on the exact
Fuck off. Shut
That's
the
not-
fuck up, Chase.
So do you have one or can I go again?
But
No,
the
no, I got this.
she doesn't seem to find the jokes as entertaining as the others, but you do see a hearty chuckle come out of the pixie.
It's a good laugh. That's all that matters.
But Papa will get me through this.
Oh. You should
All
have let me
right.
go.
So why can't the leopard hide?
I don't know.
Because he's
Please.
always spotted.
Mashana kind of stifles a little giggle at that.
Do you want to roll the charisma check, or do you want Marin to roll the charisma
I'm
check?
gonna roll the charisma check.
Alrighty.
I'm doing it.
An 11.
Hey, that's
That's
not
pretty good.
bad for Astolar.
The pixie walks over, flutters over to Marin and just whispers in her ear, and Marin just responds back, and then the pixie just nods. And then there's like that moment where she just puts her hand in her palm, is like, "Oh, I get it."
Right.
She didn't know what a leopard was.
I lived at your place for like a week. I heard your dad tell that joke like at least twice a day.
It's one of his favorites, Tolkien.
I do want to say like 2 of these jokes that I see that are really good. It's what do you call an orc with 2 brain cells? Pregnant.
That's a good
That's
one.
really good.
3
That's
orcs.
a really good one.
3 orcs walk into a bar. The 4th one ducks.
The other one I saw was, did you hear about the one-legged gnome? He was 1 foot tall.
That's a good one.
That's also a good one.
That is a good one.
Do we pass the challenge?
Yeah, and then the pixie just looks to Marin next, who then just shakes her head and then just speaks. But then the pixie seems to just stomp her feet in the air very expectantly. And then she'll respond back to the pixie. And do
Ooh.
8.
Wait, what? Why is this only an 8?
Yeah. Because Marin didn't tell a very good joke. And the pixie just sort of has like a so hand motion before just responding before they talk again. And Marin turns to all of you, and though she's trying to hide it, she seems to be a little flustered. Her face has gotten a little red, and she just has like a slight pout. It's like, she said 4 out of 5 jokes were good, so we can go.
Which one wasn't great? Was it mine?
I think it was hers, Tolkien.
It must have been Hank's.
There's no way. You see how she was losing her mind over it. Over how good it was.
So is she going to help us get to Tosak?
Yes, she is. And Marin will once again turn towards the pixie, and the pixie nods as she puts her fingers to her mouth and lets out a very tiny whistle, and a few other sprites and fairies pop up and start to glow different colors as they move forward in the direction of the forest. And then the pixie you guys are talking to glows a very nice purple color before flying along with them.
You know, now I'm thinking about it. So we probably didn't even have to tell those jokes. Like, Chuseok wanted to see us anyways. You probably I don't even think we needed to do that. Now I'm thinking about it.
Why?
Well, like, how were they gonna stop us from seeing Chuseok? Chuseok literally asked for us, didn't she?
She did, but we don't know exactly where to go, unless you do.
No.
As I'm talking. Let's see if the pixies can get us to her.
All right. Here's hoping.
So you guys continue down to the forest, following behind these pixies. You guys see as the pixies start to move through, Estelar and Vishana, you start to remember a very familiar feeling as they take you in seemingly winding, nonsensical directions as you find yourself going forward, making a turn, and just going back the direction you came, and around several trees, different times as well. And thinking, well, why aren't we just going in a straight direction? They're just leading us in circles. But then you remember back in your dream, Keel was doing the same thing. And after a while, as you guys continue to follow these pixies through, the forest comes to a quiet as the trees part and open up, and you guys enter into a small grove and peer into a small pond in front of a massive, large tree overhead all of you guys, standing directly underneath it. And in the middle of the pond...
We have art.
No.
No.
Oh, battle map, so we can kill
We got
her.
that amount.
We're gonna kill Chuseok?
Thank God.
You guys see, once again, I'll show, in the middle of the pond, you see this woman in front of you. I showed players, so I don't know if it popped
You know,
up.
It did.
Izzy, whenever you said that there was like a new, like, you were like, there's this like large area, and like whenever you were like just like waiting a little bit, I legit
Uh-huh.
thought you were gonna say, and we'll end the session there.
No, not yet. But you guys do see in the middle of this small pond, underneath what is most definitely one of the world trees, a very beautiful woman with horns sprouting from her head, almost in the shape of butterfly wings, and a very beautiful white glittery dress, just sort of sitting on the water. And she turns her head and looks to all of you as you guys all approach. My visitors. I was wondering when you would show up. And as that is good fortune indeed, I feared if any more time passed, you would have been lost into the wilds.
Sorry.
Could Hank like nudge like either Roshana or Estelar next to him and ask, like, whisper, is this her? Is that
Yes.
is that the Chothok
Yes,
lady?
Hank.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And then
Okay.
Hank goes, no, Chuseok!
my dwarven.
No, chill, sock.
Yes. Yes, my dwarven friend. I am the caretaker of the world tree of the Feywilds, Lothostarrin. I am Chosak. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
It is nice to meet you as well, Chosak. I'm certain you probably know already, but I'm Estella of the Silver
I'm a
Claws.
big fan.
We have our own world tree that we guard and protect. And I'm certain you know why
Yes.
we are here to see you.
Yes, I'm aware of you. I've peered into the different groves that the different world trees are located in, and I have seen your tribe of people a couple times.
Can every
And I am
person...
also aware of you, Ashana Kiltara.
Well, I would hope so, since you were the one who contacted us.
Yes, well, our roots are similar, you and I.
Can every single Archdruid see through all the other world trees?
Get it? Roots and World Tree. Haha.
And the jokes are over.
Oh, okay.
That is amusing. I have not heard that one before. That was not even
Oh.
my intention.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I am unaware if other archdruids can peer. Though to say I am an archdruid is just a moniker that others have given myself. I would not really consider myself a druid, much less someone of such a grand title as that.
Well, what would you call yourself then?
She just looks over to you, Dolkin. And her eyes just sort of wander up towards the red sky above her.
A lost child would be what I would call myself.
Is that why we
Though
share?
not... No. It is where your spirit and I come from, that we share the roots.
You come from the realm of dreams.
Well, I suppose I should not disguise myself with this visage. After all, I do wish to have trust with all of you. If you would be so kind, would you allow me to reveal myself to all of you?
Nope.
No,
Nah.
no, I don't.
Keep it on.
I think
Honestly,
this is
you're ugly
fine.
enough as
You
is.
can-
You can't
you
get
can
even
keep-
uglier. Let's be
You can
real.
keep it on.
Keep the mask
Yeah,
on.
I
Jesus
mean-
Christ. In fact, here's a bag.
All right, well, she's waiting for a response from you guys.
Well, you got it.
That's
Just kidding.
Certainly.
Yeah, sure.
that's fine by me.
I mean, whatever whatever you feel comfortable with.
Gina,
Well, disguising myself as this limits myself. Though I thought something more like this would be more personable to all of you, as others who come through do not necessarily understand what it is they see when they first lay eyes upon me.
You could have been a
A
rock, and I
moment,
don't
if
think
you
we would've
will.
minded.
A moment, if you will.
and you see the form of Chosak just sort of sink and dip into the water, but somewhat without a ripple in it as her form just fades. And in its place, you see
We made it dry.
a large dragon in front of you, body floating over the water, just like the humanoid version of herself did.
Man, Izzy, you must have been wringing your fucking hands when Crystal said, "We've only met one dragon, Chase."
Yep. And
That's why
you
I was
guys
like,
are
oh,
now
we made it dragons now. We've done the
And you
dungeons and
guys-
now the dragons.
and you guys are now in the presence of Chosak, one of ancient wisdom. And that's where we're in the session.
Huge.
Hell yeah. That's pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Big money.
I